I like Counter-Strike, and one of the things I like most about this game is the esports. Recently, Blast took to my home turf of the United Kingdom for the Blast Open London 2025 event, so I just had to attend. Going to this tournament, I was rooting for Na'Vi, but we all saw how that ended, and we're going to pretend they just chose not to attend this tournament, or any of the ones in the last several months for that matter. So instead, heading into the finals, I was rooting for G2, the underdogs. Not exactly because I'm a fan of G2, but more because I don't like Vitality. I mean, come on, they've won enough times already, why can't they just be bad now? Anyway, here's my thoughts on the best of 5 finals between G2 and Vitality at the OVO Arena in Wembley for Blast Open London 2025. Enjoy. Game 1 kicked off with G2 taking an insane lead. This is a map that Vitality hadn't lost on in 3 months, and G2 were up 9-1. Not much was really happening from Vitality's side of the spectrum. Most of the players were underperforming, especially ZywOo, only with 2 kills by round 11. However, then this happened.
Vitality, finally, something comes through in round 11. ZywOo's double kill out through the tip of that windowsill. And with damage done onto Mattis, it's better late than never for ZywOo to step forward as the hero Vitality need. And they needed one 5 rounds ago. Apex gets burned into it, and ZywOo, it's all or nothing. Here or never. As he eats that flash, they'll come barreling towards his sight. Backs turned, and that is 4 frags deep for ZywOo. Oh, it's the ace!
Other than ZywOo's ace, really not much was going the way of Vitality. And that stayed true even when their sides swapped. They just couldn't pick up any ground at any point during the game, and on Vitality's map pick, they were absolutely demolished by G2, which was a really unexpected opener to the day. But this shouldn't really mean anything. I mean, Vitality should be the better team. They should be able to close out the next few maps, even if their first one went bad. You know, maybe they just weren't warmed up. And, you know, that's fair enough. So after G2 takes this game 13-3, we move on to map 2, and we'll see if Vitality can claw their way back.
He's been lights out! And with the smoke down in front of him, a desperate move here from Mezzy, jumping around haphazardly. He's got the kid!
Map 2 started off as a bit of a wake-up call for G2. Vitality were actually playing the game this time, noticeably ZywOo.
And everybody across the board for Vitality has to show us
But don't get me mistaken, G2 were still quite competitive during this first half. They were managing to get trades, and they kept some rounds going, and they weren't losing quite as bad as Vitality was on map 1. It was also at this point that you could really tell how split the crowd was. People were cheering on both sides, like around the same amount. I wouldn't really say that either side had the crowd favourite, although it was probably leaning a little bit towards Vitality, but I think that's mostly because of Mezzy, which I'm not surprised by. I mean, he's British. But at some point in this game, G2 even had the lead, only by 1 round, but they were in front.
It's a little late. Oh, it's perfect. Bomb still planted off of it. Sampayas sits on his ankle and will not let you in.
But then in the last round of the half, ZywOo does a ZywOo move and manages to equal out the game at 6-6. And it's at this point that G2 will not see a single other round on Mirage. The sides flip. On the pistol round, ZywOo pulls off this.
Couple flashbangs over, he's blind, but Sampayas covers. ZywOo catching him as he drops down. Apex takes low. Great execution coming forward from Sampayas. ZywOo is going to be the difference, though. If he has to be, time to deliver. He still has 80 health.
And every kill so far.
Already sitting on an ace in this series. Quad kill ZywOo! Again!
Not only does he get the second ace, but he then goes on to pull off this shot, and the ZywOo show just does not stop.
To the one bullet tap.
Oh.
One more time. Oh. One more time.
It's surprising every time.
Could watch it all day long.
But as I already said, G2 doesn't get a single round on the CT half, and ZywOo gets his 30th kill to end out map 2 with a Vitality win.
30 kills, 6 deaths. Cyclone, who much like Saw comes in prepared. The real problem was
Map 3 starts, and it's looking like it's going to be a similar situation. Vitality dominate the early rounds, with G2 only managing to get a few here and there. And it's looking like Vitality could be running away with map 2, or so it seems.
Nailed it.
there it goes. So
Boom, just like that, G2 has had a crazy comeback. Vitality got 4 in a row at the start of the game, but G2 now has 5. And they come into this round seeking a 6th. Vitality holds down well, and the bomb manages to get planted by the skin of Vitality's teeth. But it's not enough.
slides over top of that truck and saves the day as mistakes were being made.
Props can't hit that shot.
But it's not all good news, because G2 proceeds to lose the next round, ending the half at 6-6.
But a tough attack up next.
And then, once again, similarly to Mirage, they managed to not get another round for the rest of the game. The second half, they can't find any ground to work on, and Vitality shuts out the game 13-6. Again.
Here's Sun Pius with it all to do. Too much to do. Too much to ask. G2, no official.
Map 4 started again, with Vitality taking an early lead. Is this it? Is G2 going to be out 3-1? Is Vitality going to take the crown here on Inferno? The crowd definitely seems to agree. By this point, the crowd has dramatically shifted. There is basically no one cheering for G2 left in the crowd. And the Vitality support is only growing.
The kill and pit on Rops and then dinks ZywOo down to 10 HP. If Hunter had more than 19 to work with, maybe you could put some stock in it,
but there's still some people who believe. Now, whether if they should or shouldn't can definitely be debated, because it is round 6 and G2 still hasn't gotten around. But that is all about to change, as G2 finds 2 opening picks, then Heavy God catches Rops from behind, and at this point, Vitality retreats into a save. The crowd was hating the saves while I was there, and I can kind of get why. It does make it a little bit boring sometimes. But like, come on guys, give them a little bit of slack. Okay, maybe not here because Vitality and they're up by 5 rounds, you know, don't really need it. But then hello, who's this? It's Mattis, and it's also G2 with a comeback. They're now 4-6. Well, I say up, they're up to 4-6. And they're starting to work their way back into this game. If they win this round, they could very easily springboard into a 6-6 half. Again. Man, it's starting to notice some patterns here, guys.
So that's a third member of G2 wounded.
They'd love to have more info. Mobs getting tagged though allows Flamesy to have a chance to poke at this. CTs are just curled up.
Ooh, smoked off.
What?
Mattis is afforded space, just comes in, clears it all! And he'll wait for you to try to walk it forward. Of course.
That felt wrong.
Now it's after this slight comeback that the crowd started to seem like they were believing again. They were starting to get more and more excited when G2 were getting kills and wins, and I can't lie, I was too.
What a play.
Heavy God hits the headshot, Bomb's got to cross over, Mezzi gives up the angle, flashes come beyond him, and with this post from Mattis, who has yet again found a way to unravel this A site, we were sat here singing Vitality's praise. My God, A 6-1 lead. A 6-1 lead that didn't have any bomb plants, barring the one round they won. This is a massive response from G2.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Vitality took the lead again in the second half, but this time G2 were actually able to win rounds on it. They had a round on the second half and were about to find a second. They weren't losing this game, not here, not now. They fight tooth and nail and find their way back.
Hunter's double!
His last gift!
He's into the clutch! Mr. Cool, ice cold, low health, CT right in front of him. Matt is slowly on that flank, still survives! Robs is time limited, but he gets away from both the fights! And Fire's gonna find him!
But it's not all smooth sailing. The streak ends at round 22, where G2 gets beaten by Apex in a 2v1. Now this next round is very important. Pay close attention to both teams' eco. Whoever wins this round will be on match point and the other team will be broke. It should be a free win. And Vitality takes the early lead. 2 players down for G2. Vitality enters site while G2's on the rotate. Hunter finds one but can't get any more. Flamesy holding the site. Pius can't find anything with the AWP. Heavy God can't get through the smoke. They decide to save the 2 guns that they can, knowing it will be the only 2 they get in this next round. But Rops on the lurk does not allow him to get away with it. Heavy God fools. Pius, not letting himself go the same way, holds Rops' angle and finds him. He is determined to keep the AWP, until Apex shoots him in the back. So this is it, round 24, it's all over. G2 are poor, Vitality's on match point, at series point even. This is going to be game. Or is it? I'm going to let this round play out because I think that this was the highlight of the entire series. So I want you to experience it step by step the same way I did in the arena.
The chance where now the CTs are getting into position, fresh smoke here as the full exec comes through.
Every single nade you could ask for. We do get G2 close. We will find them with a back turn. Here comes Pius. They lose track of him and there's still a player in the back of the site in Mobs. He has so little health. They're gonna try to run him down. They'll clear this site. Zywoo with 3 kills to his name. Hunter on the attack. 12 now for Zywoo.
Against all odds, G2 win the round and bring it into overtime and then go on to win the map. All of the people who stood up to watch Vitality win and take it away on round 24 went back to their seats, and the crowd at this point was almost all in favour of G2. It was that round that was the turning point, and that showed everyone that G2 was not done yet.
Need to look like this retake here versus 2.
Yeah, they smoked the flank. They know Mobs is coming in.
Apex trying to go unnoticed. He's the last one to go. We've got ourselves the grand finals.
Always getting into if you're Vitality, and they
Then map 5 starts with a bang.
It cost them at EWC.
Heavy God lets it rip. Beretta's into the pack.
Oh, that's heavy impact.
Unbelievable. 4 kills up close, point blank. Beretta's rip.
Send him out for the kill, man.
Let him off the leash.
Let's go.
Yes.
Heavy God starts with an ace, and from there, it is round after round.
Flash in front of T-Con. looked awkward for a second, but the time to kill just really isn't there for Vitality. Apex gets melted out through that smoke. We're not wasting a moment.
G2 wins a conversion. First rifle round comes in.
Very well timed aid from Hunter just as the smoke fades. Him and Heavy God pick up a kill apiece. We get the answer out of Roth, but look at the activity. Hunter just taking that fight right to the exit of Vitality. Sunpius clipping wings. Apex into an unlikely 1v4, but with bodies lining up, it could have been there.
Losing the rifle round puts Vitality back on an eco.
You wanted to sing the praise of the flashes. Well, they're nice and all. Even nicer. Just taps through, destroys them outside of T-Con, as you would expect.
But in this next rifle round, Vitality finds a gap in the defense, and they find a spot that's weak enough for them to break through.
But over on the other side is Mobs going into the smoke, which opens the door for the T-Con push to catch Hunter off guard. Disjointedness between Mobs and Hunter just cost G2 their in-game leader.
They're still ready outside. Heavy God's gonna flank Mezzi. Is he watching this? He got it.
Mobs is looking at bodies, try to encroach. That's the bomb. He stops the bomb, and then they get that rebuttal back, but nobody's picked up the bomb.
It's time to plant, but Heavy God.
Oh, it's right there in safety. Heavy God still has a chance at this clutch.
It's the long con.
Rob's tagged down to 72. That's both bodies spotted, and Heavy God trying to find his way into this. Either way, left and right. And as he crawls in,
Heavy God gets the clutch, and the crowd is loving it. This is a show. This is cinema.
And a trophy is what they could walk away with.
Feels like they turned the entire crowd now. This could be an unthinkable moment for G2.
Lets them take over those backhauls. Apex winds up being the first casualty of round 6.
This is crazy.
Mobs gets his inside of Pop Dog. Mezzi's got the answer. Cracks open the back of A. Zywoo's gonna have to move that bomb over 10 seconds. The clock is melting.
Keep putting pressure.
Sunpius has the angle. Kills Mezzi in the foreground. Here comes Flamesy. Always that enough time? No, and he knows it. And Heavy God knows better than the peak. 6-0.
No clutch, and Flamesy's trying to... He has to just stay alive. There's nothing else that matters.
Vitality does end up getting around, but the very next round, G2 gets back to form and shuts them down again.
We get G2 starting to take up positions.
Is this the right play? Actually, he's going to be ahead of
It is. He moves forward. He drops the bomb. Mattis comes in with another. Him and Hunter both with multi-frag.
Oh, that's brutal. Could be a full house between them.
He only has 2 kills on this map. Zywoo is struggling. He's surrounded, and they are trying to force the issue, but in doing so, you could give him a chance. They will finish off the little that was left, and G2 will tap right back. Vitality.
Hunter's flanking.
Clock is on the side of G2, and so is that flank. Hunter's gonna get found. Vitality, they've got time. They're gonna make a sprint over towards this B site, but you need to run.
There's a gap. Mattis is gonna beat them to the ramp. There's gonna be a second where he can take the fight.
And he takes down one. Zywoo with a chance to clutch. Heavy God on the other side. 14 kills to his name.
He walked it.
He has already gotten past. It's not every day. Play Zywoo.
I have to respect that so much.
Despite G2's dominance, Vitality manages to close out the half at 8-4. Not the worst.
It's gonna feel like everything.
Oh, okay, never mind. No chance at catching your breath whatsoever. It is immediately out onto the second yard. Mattis continues to tap players out of this round. Oh, kill.
Vitality doesn't want it to end though, and they put up the best fight that they can. However, this best fight shows to not be good enough.
Once in the first half as well. It's what got them going. It's what could get them going yet again. 2 kills and no real damage even as an answer, but there is space to be taken. Bomb in full vision of the CT side. Mattis is going to press this Galil into the E-box. Now they're just chewing through them. Dude, he kills them in an instant yet again.
And now this similar situation will repeat a few more times.
Mattis just knows no limits as he continues to tear apart this outer yard as if he belongs here, despite having the least experience on these big stages.
Doesn't care.
He is thriving in the spotlight.
Yeah, absolutely.
But don't just write Vitality off, they did actually manage to find one.
The only thing left,
Or
the final
2.
hurdle, and they're very close to closing out the game. they like to try to end up with even more momentum. The fast call comes in.
Sometimes
Or a few more and they win the game. Yeah, no, I'm only kidding. They then lost this next round.
The old bones of this new lineup.
Hunter waits for the presence. Oh, it's an instant headshot. The Kovac blood runs deep. The talent knows no bounds. But with Flamesy from the bottom of the board and a smoke on the bomb, he's gonna just try to stick this. You are denied. And G2 do what no one else could.
And with that, G2 win the finals. This is an incredible event to attend in person, and would have even have been a good watch online. I think this is one of the best finals we've had for a while. It was so neck and neck, so close, there was so many good moments in it, and I had a blast, pun not intended. I'll definitely be going again next time it comes to London, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next video next Monday. Hope you enjoyed this one. Apologies it was a bit late. Yeah, have a good day or a good night or whatever, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.